Good evening guys, it's a 5:40 p.m. So I'm going to run fast today in terms of talking and cover the few points, because I'm going to do two videos in one. Basically Friday I didn't do it because I was so lazy anyway, and so hold on, so this is Friday, right? So Friday actually not lazy, but I didn't get a chance. But anyway, so Friday, so I'm taking back to Friday's price action. Okay, so Friday's idea was stick with longs above backup area and preferred buyers area, and ideally you don't want to see price going below aggressive buyers area in RTH. Okay, you want to see higher closing than yesterday at the end of the day. Look for only one long trade and call it a day off after that, right? Either that long can be an open drive long or pullback long after long later in the few minutes after the open. So this was, I wrote it at 5:30 or 6 a.m. in the morning on Friday. Okay, so usually when I use word, ideally you do not want to see price going below X, right? That is the key. And then when I say bias are long, right, or bias is long above this area, but then I would say ideally I don't want to see this. That is the very key statement. The moment price goes below this, you will turn neutral right there, then you can still look for long, but then you basically accept the fact that sellers are now coming into the market. That is what this statement means. If price goes below it, right, then you become neutral, and if price goes below this, then you definitely turn from buying to selling. Basically you become a seller. Okay, so this was the idea for Friday. So let's go look into Friday's price action. Okay, so Friday, this area 650 area was aggressive buyers area and aggressive buyers area for NQ, and for ES this 56 was the aggressive buyers area. And when I wrote the note, price was right into this area. It was holding entire overnight. See that? It's like that. Okay, so this become an aggressive buyers area. Ideally you want to see after this trending up day, you want to see price holding above aggressive area. Okay, the same thing for NQ. So now then after news, 8:30 news, whatever that news be, right, price tank, and this was a preferred buyers area 49, and it was right there at 9 o'clock. Okay, so I actually bought it here, and then I built out like 2-point loss. Okay, then NQ, you look at it here, right, around same time, 9 o'clock. NQ was around 614 preferred buyers area, right? So now we already have a warning sign because price broke below this area, but since it was because of the news, you can give a benefit of doubt to preferred buyers area. 614 was the key area. ES 49 all the way to 41, basically this area, and that was listed as a backup buyers area, I guess, on Friday. I don't remember now, but I think that was the one. So once I cut it, see here also I cut it, right, then price went down, right, and then at the open, 590 or 584 or something, I said to watch. 585 was the running level, key level, so we took a short right here at 585, 583 actually, right here in NQ, not in ES at that point, So ES we didn't do it because that 35 was the key, So ES we didn't do it here, right, but actually I did it here. Sorry, so I did it in ES at this 35. So actually I did back and forth, So I was playing with one contract in Discord. I was saying that I am playing around here with very tight stop, 35 long, then I did 36 short also, and then again I did short, and that short worked out for few points. I was holding it, then damn thick bounce, and here, right here, actually I tweeted that thing also, that Discord message. So here I said 19, that 33, 34, you can take a short and put a stop above 36 right at this time, around 10 o'clock or 9:55. So that time, NQ was testing this 528 line, blue line. That was our blue line, So in old world it was a blue line Now I change the color to dark cyan line, so this level can be visible. See, the blue lines like this blue line, it is not visible level here. See, you can't read it, so that's why I changed the color. The blue lines are very powerful. So NQ was testing the blue line around 9:55, 10 o'clock. So I said NQ 525 or something, I don't remember. That's the level. And then ES 33 you can short with 2-point stop, target 21. So this trade was nice. At that point sellers were dominating. 21 was still a key area. So once, and then it bounced also, right? Once price sliced through it, that seals the deal that now sellers are in fully control. Okay, so NQ, this was the trade I took it. Then I said around this time, around 11:30 or so in Discord, there is also a tweeted message there that look for short into 19 or 1821 area in ES and NQ 450 to 460, which is this area. So which I said that in around 11:30 or so or 11:20 or so, I don't remember. But then, so we were looking for the trade. This trade showed up at the same time, like after 1 hour and 30 minutes, both at the same time, the same level. That was the line in sand. That was the good shot right there, targeting lower area, 98 area basically in ES, and NQ 350 basically this area. That's it. That was the trade for Friday. That's it. Then no need to bother after that, and then price close into this area. It didn't go anywhere, right? So that was the story for Friday. Now for today, right, coming into today, the idea is now price reversed this entire trend day and created another down day. So today's story is stick with short. See, the way we say, I said Friday stick with long, right? And we changed the gear after price went through certain levels and we shorted it, right? Same thing today, stick with short. If something else happens, then we are also able to take longs, but price has to prove it. Okay, so in that case, so let's go with today's note. Okay, so this is today's note, right? So today's note was here. Today stick with shorts below backup sellers area, right? Ideally, see, now I am using word ideally here. You do not want to see price going above. See, this is above statement. Okay, preferred sellers area or aggressive buyers area, and you can use those areas to look for short at pullback. Okay, so you basically want to see price do not want to go above preferred sellers area. That is what you want to see, or aggressive buyers area. And you can use, if price goes below it, you can use those areas to short. If by chance price goes above backup sellers area, which is this, that means you can also look for long. Seller's goal is to get to preferred or backup buyers area, and that can be the max for the day. Okay, so if you short from here, this is your target. Now if price gets to preferred buyers area before open, remember on Friday it went there before even open, right? But opposite side. So here is the same thing. If price gets to preferred buyers area, which is a sell off in our direction, then it's really a do or die, because it's overextended in RTH and it may chop around in first hour or so. Okay, so that was the story for today, correct? So now let's go here. So if you don't remember, you go back and read it. Okay, so today let's go here. So today, preferred sellers area, right? Below, stick with shorts. Use aggressive buyers area. If price goes below it, use it as a short level, right? Same thing here also in NQ. You can see it. Preferred sellers area is this, right? Backup sellers area is this. Below backup sellers area and preferred sellers area, stick with shorts. If price goes below it in pre-market, use this area as a short opportunity, right? So, or this area, correct? And this was super aggressive sellers area. This was aggressive buyers area, right? Now let's look at this. So before open, right, price tank. went below aggressive buyers area, correct? Here the corresponding levels was super aggressive sellers area, it went through it, right? So basically these sellers became active right here. The moment price went below it, it became active, right? So then it tanked. It came all the way to 329. This line, this was our line. I didn't draw it. It was like before there, since yesterday. So it came there and it tried to stay below this area. See, aggressive sellers area here. Then it went down. Then it sliced through it. Now it was holding it here before open, right? And before open, right, it was right around here. See this area. Now since price was open right around here, it was do or die, at that point, because the way it opened there, So yes, you can't do anything, because the way NQ was way lower actually, comparison wise, because if you look at it, ES was right around 94, 98, key area here. And so basically it was around this area, higher up. Comparable level in NQ was this. NQ was way down, right? So there was a divergence between them. That's the first thing. So you can't do anything actually, you have to wait. Then we discussed the scenario in Discord that since NQ is opening around 320, 350 area, it is overdone to the downside, and this is basically a balanced bottom area where it is opening up. And so buyers can step in based on a risk reward criteria. It is easy for buyers to take a long here considering less risk, and price can run up. But then you will see a sellers right here unless there is an open drive kind of price action and there is a 4 to 5-minute candle going higher and higher without any pullback, and it goes through all this level. ES goes through 98 like piece of a cake. Then we have to assume buyers are back in the business and we can be open for a long above this area. Till then we have to favor short. Okay, that was we discussed. Then price, as I suspected, EDQ did an open drive, so it was an open drive, but it was like 2 minutes candle, right? 5 minute barely there are two candles. The requirements was 3 to 4 5-minute candle going higher without any pullback. This was a 2-minute candle. It was scary because now we already thought this idea of open drive for buyers, right? So it was a scary to short here and here and here while price was going higher, right? So then you look at ES at that point, so ES was at 937, right, was here. It was filling the gap, while this guy was, AD was around 700 or so, or I would say minus 500 or 600, right? So there was a divergence, there was a bearish disconnect in ES, right? So this was a good short in ES at that time, but I didn't take this short, I took the short based on this, right? NQ was able to go through Globex high actually here, right, by few point, which we discussed in Discord. I said I want to see NQ going above Globex high by 5 to 10 points, no more than that, and then go below and do a failed breakout. Same criteria I was looking at here also. Here it didn't give me, here it gave me, like went above exactly 5 to 10 points in between and went down. Immediately I took a short right there because I look at ES was filling the gap. It was not even close to Globex high. That was the short. But due to this open drive, now I have to carefully manage that trade to see whether it goes through 415. Fine, I'm going to hold it. It goes through 395. I'm going to hold it. Then 371. I said, now ES was hesitating to go below or staying below 94, 98 area here. It was like back and forth. So then I build out right here, so then I said, now due to this open drive, and then we discussed the scenario, how one could have shorted it this. So I said whatever I did here was the experience short, but if you are watching the price, you should never fade it against it without any confirmation. So I said, you know what, in ideal world, if you are not experienced, you should wait for a price to go down, come back up, retest this 429, and if it goes down, then you dial down to the lower time frame, like 1 minute, 30 second, 15 second, and then you want to see this 429 or 428 holding as a resistance. That's where you take a first short, and then ideally you want to see price going below 415. That's where you take a short, official short. Okay, then you manage it, because the way it bounced from it, you have to manage it, you know. And then you have to look at ES. If ES is not giving up 98 or 94, you have to bail out. So that's why we did bail out here. So I took these two shorts here, bail out here. Then I was watching a damn thing again bounce, right? Again ES was going higher, so it was around what, 10 18 or so. It made a new high, right? 10 16. But ES, if you look at it, ES was right around here. It didn't make a new high. Again divergence, right? So again we have to wait now. This time could be a failed breakout again, right? So we have to wait. Price went down, came back up, right? I was watching ES, it was not giving up anything. Then again it went up, right? Then again it sliced through it. This was the short again because of this candle, you know, the sell-off came. It's a failed breakout. So again you short here. This time the idea is it should go through 371. If not, and if ES is still holding higher, you have to bail out. No? So we did bail out here. Okay, then right here, see, I had to go for a car service. Okay, so I left here, but I was watching it at the dealership, you know. So this was a long here, you know. Why this long? Because now price already did this effort, right, to break through this, and it couldn't. Then it bounced, then again went down, again make a new low. Right, at this point it should just go down, tank, right? So at what time it was 10:52. So let's look at here, 10:52. ES was at 96, right? So it was still stuck between 98 96. So now is kind of a divergence with ES. NQ is making new low here, ES is not, right? And AD was still, you know, higher up now, correct? So at this point, right, it should crack, but it did not. Then you see this. So then you have to watch 395 again, because this is the line in sand now. Now price has to stay below this dream number. These dotted lines are our powerful dream numbers, you know. So it went through it here. Ideally it should go down, but it reversed, right? It reversed, went up all the way to this number, another dream number, right? So here I was expecting a response, a little bit, not much, but then it came down all the way to 395. See, at this point it's like do or die for both parties. So it spoke lower and then immediately popped back up, right? So this was your long right there, because now you have a confirmation. What else, right? So here you can see this dream number is holding, price pop back up, right, after going through this big candle down, and then it popped back up above VWAP, both the VWAPs. So it's a confluence area now. Three things, both VWAPs, dream number, and it bounced like this, right? So at that time, if you look at it, around 11, 15 or 16, right? Look at ES, VWAP mid, right? So ES even didn't make a new low. See here again, divergence, right? See NQ's low, way below here, 11, 14. This is like not low, right? So here there was a long. See, ES you cannot trade it because ES was stuck here. So ES there is no trade. That's why there is no trade in ES today. But at this point I knew, I put it in Discord, that they want to go towards, actually I didn't put it, but I said in Discord 463. That's where NQ is going, which is this line, you know. And then that was exactly yesterday's preferred, I think it was Friday's preferred buyers area or something, right? That's where it's going, and that was today's backup sellers area also. So that's where it's going, and I said ES will go to 14 or 21, and that is the max I can expect for today, you know, from buyers if price runs higher. So at this point, when you go long here, you still have to manage this trade here. So first exit would be here, scale or something, and then you hold it if you want to, and then you have to target 463, but it will be painful because of this back and forth. The upward movement will be painful, so I would don't bother, I would just bail out here and be done with it. Okay, but eventually price went higher to 463, which is this, correct? So NES, because ES at the same time touched 14 blue lines are very powerful, so it touched it here. At the same time I got an alert, because I usually put my alert at the key levels. So here I said in Discord, I was still at dealership, I said now this is a max for the day, that is what I typed. Hold on. So 12:48, still at dealership, got an alert, encourage 463, 4514. That is all I can think for today, right? See, I didn't see this, I typed it when price was here. Okay, so then I said if it goes higher it's a bonus, but usually we don't personally stay for bonus, right? But we consider this is max for the day. 4415 is a line in set for buyers. Here I said noon balance and breakdown is not good for buyers. They will have to maintain the balance, which is this. It is good for sellers if breakdown happens and price may go lower in that case, right? So this is what I typed at 2:18 p.m. which is right around this time. I was watching this balance in my phone, right? So then it broke down after I typed this, right? This was your short right there, and NQ short was way early actually. NQ short was way early, but you can short right here NQ also. So actually I took the short here, which is, see, I'm trying to pull it out from Discord. I actually put it in Twitter also, but see if I can pull it out. That was a SIM account, see here, for 440, right? And that was a timestamp, right, which was between 220 225 or so, right? 419 was the target, and then which was right around this time, right? And then it retested again 440, right? And then it filled that 19 area, right? It was 30 some point profit, correct? Then also I took another short which is right around this area. Okay, and then I managed this trade like here, I bail out here, and then here 398 or so, I had 2 contracts, and here. That's it. So that was the trade later in the day, and this was the morning trades. So these were the trades for today. Okay, there is no long you can take. So idea was, for this short, idea was price should go to at least this area, somewhere here, or even lower here. But anyway, it didn't work out. So bail out here. I was managing tightly. Now the question is, where the hell price wants to go? Because it closed right at this 429, like again this breakdown bottom, right? So now think about it. There are many folks who didn't get a chance to short this short from here, right? So now I'm not sure in the closing today if people took a short and they are holding for the overnight target, this area as a target, that I don't know yet. So overnight will let us know if price goes here or price goes here. We'll know. If it goes higher, this is where it's going. If it goes lower, this is where it's going. So we'll see, where it opens. Opens here, opens here, opens here, then we will know. Yes, this 14, 21 and this 35. These are the key levels, 35, 21. So basically this and 14, which is this 1, 2, 3 are key resistances now. You know, as long as ES holds below this, right, you can expect price to go down eventually here 4400 or even lower, as long as it is holding below this. Okay, so and that's pretty much it. You know, that'd be all for today.